It's his experience, you know, and but I respect him like human, like fighter, you know. He beat a lot of tough guys. Last fight he impressed me on his boxing. He have good moment, and you know, that's why this fight is so big. You know, he's become interim UFC lightweight champion for a reason. He beat Max Holloway. He beat a lot of former champions, and but for me, is everything is same. You know, nothing changed. When the cage close, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep forward.
And just one question for Dustin. Obviously, you have been...
You are the best grappler in the sport, but you've shown in numerous fights how dangerous your striking is, and Dustin, in my eyes, is the most attractive fighter to watch in the stand-up game, in the lightweight division. Is there not an element of your game wanting to test yourself on the feet with Dustin a bit more in this fight?
Like, I test myself with one of the best strikers in the world, you know, like Edson Barboza, Michael Johnson, Conor, like, they all very good strikers. I think half of them already finished Dustin, you know. They very good fighters, I think. What do you think? And I already test myself, you know. I fight with a lot of good strikers, and Dustin one of them. And of course, I'm gonna fight with him and stand up too. You know, this is not wrestling match or grappling matchup. This is MMA. But my box is not bad too, you know. Like, I have a lot of fight in my career, like in amateur, professional, you know, like all my life I'm fighting, but I don't remember like someone catch me, you know. I respect his game, I respect his box, but like September 7, I have to do my job, like always.
Question for Khabib, down the front here. Hi, the build-up to this one is already very, very different to the build-up to your previous fight. How much do you prefer this kind of build-up compared to the build-up that you had for the Conor fight and all of the trash talk and everything that was going back and forth? Is this much more your preference?
Like, if my opponents talk trash or they didn't talk, nothing changed. You know, this is not my job, this is my opponent's job. They wanna talk or they wanna fight. But I know it's like finally cage gonna close, and this is my most important job, you know. And like, what different about like last fight and this fight? This fight is a little bit different, and because for this fight I have to find big motivation, because this is not big fight like with Conor, but for me it's like second title defense, and you know, it's like he's my opponent. I have to keep building my legacy, and I have to keep going. But right now, my opponent is Dustin, and I'm preparing for this fight like I'm gonna have hardest fight in my life, and I can't wait. You know, like September 7 is gonna be big night for me, for my legacy. I think for Dustin too.
One for Dustin. You mentioned earlier 27.
Like MMA and UFC is very popular in Emirates, you know. I was there all the time, and when I go there, like crazy, you know, like I can't even walking like around the streets, or like it's very hard for me, you know, like I feel I'm in Dagestan, you know, like same things, you know. And MMA is very popular in Emirates. Not only Emirates, in all Arabic countries, like Middle East. It's very popular, and I'm not surprised why UFC make this event in Abu Dhabi. I'm not surprised, and they already make very good contract with some television, and like They have a lot of contracts in Emirates, Abu Dhabi, and I know before the fight happened, I talk with a lot of big guys in Emirates. They say they're working on this, and my focus was in Abu Dhabi, you know, before they announced this fight, and I think it's gonna be a good show.
And if I could just ask about your acclimatization, do you have any idea how long you're planning to spend in Abu Dhabi before the fight?
Maybe 1 month, or we'll see. We have to talk with father. We already make all plan, but about when we're gonna go to Abu Dhabi, we don't know yet.
Hiya, it's Thomas from In the Cage, Poland. First of all, welcome to the UK, guys. It's great to have you here. And I have a question for Khabib. So, Khabib, a lot of people talk about the GSP fight or the Tony Ferguson fight. I'm going to ask you about a potential fight with Kamaru Usman, because a lot of fighters have been moving up to conquer that second title. Have you thought, or do you plan to fight Kamaru Usman in the nearest future? If everything goes to plan, of course.
Honestly, I want to stay in 155. And if they make 165, maybe, or 160, but in 170, I'm not big like in 155. And I know Kamaru Usman, and you know, it's like, I don't know why you ask this question. Maybe he call you, but I want to stay 155. I have a lot of works in 155. Dustin, Tony, and we have like right now is like biggest division is this is a lightweight division, and I have a lot of works in lightweight.
Well, thank you, Khabib. And I have one for Dustin. So Dustin,
it's the first time in almost a year that you'll be back in the octagon. How big a buzz are you going to get from that? How much have you missed it?
I follow all shows, I watch all fights, you know, little bit miss fights, not too much, honestly, not too much. Before, when I was injured, when I have injury in a row, surgery, like when I didn't fight 2 years, I miss a lot. But right now, not too much, honestly. But I still hungry, you know, like I feel when I training, when I'm think about this, like everything is same, but I'm not miss this, you know. It's like after every fight, I don't feel nothing, you know, like I think this about enjoying maybe, like with victories, with everything. After every fight, I enjoy less, you know, and right now I'm not miss too much on fights, but I'm very exciting and like about competition. I really wanna compete with one of the best guys in the world. This is what I like. This is what I wanna do. But about I'm not missing the fights.
Do you have any regrets over what happened with Conor?
Regress or progress?
Regrets.
What do you mean regress?
Well, you've ended up suspended.
Suspended? What suspended? I don't understand question.
You've not been competing.
Because in Russian, regress when you go down, progress when you go up. You know. No, nothing. You know, sometimes you do something like you watch on situation and you do something, but nothing inside. You know, if I have chance one more time, I'm gonna do this one more time, maybe 100 times. Doesn't matter.
You say you've not finished what happened on October the 6th. Is a rematch possible down the line?
last 3 years he have only one victory in amateur boxing, you know. How he deserve rematch, you know. Like he tap, he begged me, please don't kill me, you know. And now he talk about rematch. Tony Ferguson on the line, you know. Like people who have win streak on the line, but not the guy who don't win nothing last 3 years, you know. I have a lot of works without him, and right now I'm focused on September 7.
A question for Khabib down here. Khabib, you spoke about your father being in your corner for the first time in this upcoming fight. Can you just explain why that's so important for you?
I don't understand what you said.
You spoke about your father being in your corner for this fight with Dustin. Can you just explain why having your father in your corner is so important to you?
Yeah, this is, you know, it's been a lot for me because my father never was in my corner in my UFC career. And last time when he was in my corner, it was 2011, my last fight in Russia, you know. Right now I'm very happy about this, and we're gonna move to Abu Dhabi maybe 1 month before fight. Training last month spent with my father. We're gonna take with us Javier, and I think it's gonna be great mix between my father and Javier, and I'm very happy about this, and my father very happy about this too, you know, and we'll see.
See yourself throwing down with him down the line?
You know, like he deserved title shot, my opinion, but when UFC asked him to fight Max Holloway, he don't take this fight, and right now problem is because of him, you know. I don't know why he don't take this fight, but he take fight like regular fight with Cowboy. I know understand this, and I don't want underestimate my opponent Dustin, and he is a tough challenge for me, and right now I don't want to think about other opponents. I have to focus on my opponent.
Question for Khabib here. Obviously you've had the long layoff due to your suspension. How active do you plan on being in the next 12 months?
Yeah, I want to fight end of the year, 30th December or 31st, maybe 29. I don't know when it's gonna be Saturday, but I want to fight in end of the year. After fight, I want to take 1 month, little bit rest, and October, middle of October, I want to beginning my training camp for the fight end of the year. This is my plan.
And you talked about Abu Dhabi being an easy country for Russians to get to. When, ideally, do you want to fight in Russia?
When I'm going to fight in Russia?
Yes.
I want to fight in Russia, of course. But I don't know. But UFC don't make in Russia pay-per-view show. And right now I'm champion, and I have to fight in pay-per-view show. And that's why, like, I can't fight in regular UFC fight night show. I don't know. This question you have to ask, like, UFC people maybe. Like Dana on other guys. Right now I don't know about this. But like Moscow time and Abu Dhabi time is same. They can make UFC pay-per-view show, but maybe next fight. Maybe next fight. Why not?
A question for Dustin down here.
Yes, it's a little bit difficult for find motivation, you know, because I finished 2 guys, they finish him, you know, and like when we watch last couple fights, Dustin, he improved a lot. I like his boxing, you know. his movement, everything, but I don't know what he's gonna do with my wrestling and with my pressure. And if